Welcome back to the channel. I'm feeling a bit flat. It's flat? I've said that before, flat. Is it flat? I'm not flat. I'm fatigued. I'm tired because I've got a hangover like you wouldn't believe from 2 days ago where we had a party. It was my wife's birthday, and yesterday I would have been quite happy if someone had said to me, we're gonna kill you. As long as it wasn't by torture, I would have said, do you know what, I'll take that because I feel shit. I feel better today, but I'm tired. So, but I'm out for a drive, I'm going on a milk run, and I'm stopping by at my mate Jez's place to see if, because he's so close to where I live, whether I can bring the Boxster to him. I'm too scared to drive it to Jack. I'd really like Jack to do it. I feel like Jack already knows the car kind of thing, but on the stuff that just needs wrenching, that Jez is a air-cooled nut, he's like, you know, it's not Porsche specialist stuff that it needs. Well, it does need some Porsche specialist stuff, but not that much. To get it MOT'd, it needs, we know, you know, I've talked about it before, rear pads and discs, CD boot, and a strut. And I think the indicator stalk thing and the wiper one, they're both broken. So the wiper thing just drops and the wipers come on. So I need to sort that out. I have cleaned the grossness out of it, like just bleached it. And and I've put those little dehumidifier packs in. I've put about 4 of them in, so which is fine. I've also so this is probably going to be a bit of a rant about buying a second-hand car. Now, I've seen some that are just they're so expensive, you know, 12-year-old Golf, box standard, 4.5 grand. That's just too much. So, but I've seen quite locally an Audi A3 1.6 TDI SE, something like that. And I'm thinking, do you know what, that's fine. And it's got 175,000 miles on it. And it's, you know, still goes. It's got leather interior. I'm not really keen on full leather interior. I know my Porsche has it, but on an everyday kind of car, my Porsche is an everyday car. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, I'm not scared of high miles. If the car is still going and it's been driven for 170, you know, someone must have looked after it. I checked the MOT history and it hasn't had many advisories, and someone's doing 25 to 30,000 miles a year. But the problem is when you buy, so I think I've talked about this before, if you go into Auto Trader and you filter by, you know, whatever filters you put on. So I put in max price of whatever, I can't remember what it was, and then I sort by distance, and this came up. And then you get tens of thousands, 70,000 responses, right? Results. So what I then do is I put an added filter in that says take out those that are listed by a trader. Now, because anyone who's anyone is a trader, and when you go and see them, it's just, you know, I've seen a few of them where they're offhand with you, they're quite arrogant, and most of them I can't trust. The ones that I can trust are further away, so I don't really want to travel. But anyway, so once you put that filter in, it goes from 60, 70, 80,000. It comes down to Toyota pickup truck is like trying to overtake me. It goes down to 6,000, from 60 or 70,000 to 6,000. So then I go, right, I want to find the nearest one. Oh, a decent car that I think is okay. So I find this Audi A3, it's red. It's got 175,000 miles, it's like 2 grand. And it's got lots of MOT, not much service history, because I don't know why they haven't got much service history, but it's got a receipt for a cam belt service, which was 4 or 5 years ago. And then you think, hang on, but that's the limit. That means I'd need to change it. But then you think, oh, what about mileage? So you do check the mileage, the MOT history, and 5 years goes on, it was like 60,000 miles ago. Which then means, according to mileage and time, it needs a cam belt urgently. So, okay, fine. One of the last advisories was that it might need pads and discs. fine. So I think I'll phone about it. It's just, you know, it's only £2,000. And if it works and everything works on it, I don't care about the mileage. And I watched a little recent car throttle video, which said, you know, don't be afraid of high miles on some cars, especially VW, Audi type things. I mean, they just go on forever, especially of that era. And I'm not, you know, I'm the way that I am. I buy these cars that are, you know, like this. This has got, you know, 156,000 miles. By the way, on a tangent, Segway. No, it's not a Segway, it's a tangent. What's the difference between a Segway and a tangent? Segway is when you move on to another topic, but tangent is also when you move on to another topic. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, 156,000 miles, nearly 157,000 miles. So I'll be doing soon a 10,000 mile 3-year review of my cheapest Porsche 911 in the UK purchase. So that's coming up. Anyway, so car throttle, don't be worried about high mileage. I've never been worried about high mileage. The car works fine, everything works, it feels quite tight. That's fine. I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, so I phone up and I say the classic thing, have you still got the car? Not, have you still got the red Audi? And the first thing the lady says is, which car? And I went, how many cars are for sale have you got? And she went, I buy and sell cars. And I instantly think, oh, come on. Anyway, so she tells me she bought it at auction. Then I phone my friend, and he says, who lives nearby. He lives round the corner from where this place is, and he said, I said, there's a car nearby where you live that I want to go and see. And I should have given it the beans in first, but whoa. And can you go and have a look at it? So he says, oh God, I hope it's not that place around the corner where they have a amateur car sales thing in their driveway, because they're always fixing up old cars. And I'm like, no. So anyway, I see another car, right? So I go, okay, let's park that one. Pardon the pun. Let's go to the next one. So I phone the next car and I think, oh, this is like, it's a Golf. I prefer a Golf. It's an estate. It's the 1.6 again. So, you know, these two cars, they do 0 to 60. They've got the same engine. They do 0 to 60 in like 11 seconds. 11.7 for the estate. But I think, no, it just needs to be a family wagon, workhorse, safe, reliable, practical. That's it. So I phone about the second one. And I think I'm going to buy that one. And I phone up, and the same lady answers the phone. The same lady answers the phone. Anyway, I asked her about the car. Yeah, same old thing. Bought it from auction, but she's been driving that one around. Now, what I didn't like was that she put that one through the MOT. I'd rather they didn't put it through the MOT, because I went. There was a car near me for sale. It was an SUV. I know, don't judge me. I judge myself harshly. But it was a Kia Sportage from 2011. I thought, you know what? I don't care. It's 4-wheel drive, and it's old. It was about $4,000. Anyway, I phoned the guy, and he's a dealer locally, Dead Fox in the Road, and which reminds me, wear the fox hat. Wear the fox hat. Anyway, so I phone up. Oh, and he's a dealer. It's like 3 miles away, and I think. And anyway, so he says, oh, I've been using it for the last 6 months. And I look on the MOT history, and it was MOT'd 2 months earlier. Now, it went through with flying colours, no advisories. And then I look, and the previous ones had tons of advisories about shock absorbers, about damaged wheels, about tyres, about brake pads, all sorts. Almost every year it's the same one, you know, shock absorber, 2 shock absorbers misting, a spring corroded, that kind of stuff. And then I look, and the last MOT that this guy put it through, he had no advisory. And I'm like, okay, maybe someone's fixed them. So I then go and try and see this car. I arrive at this car sales place, but it's also an MOT testing station, which kind of put me off, so I didn't even go and look at the car. I drove off. I phoned the guy and said, sorry, I've found something else. So anyway, that's where I am. So I'm probably just going to go and see this red Audi tomorrow and just buy the flipping thing because I'm just fed up. Anyway, that was my update. Look out for the new podcast with me and Mark, Porsche Talk. Just go and search for it on all good podcast platforms. It was just me and him this time, recording this Thursday. We're lining up another guest. So once we've recorded them, then I can come back and say, oh, just recorded that with this person. And I'm really excited about this one. And the next one, actually, with the guest. But anyway, watch this space. There's probably loads of stuff that I haven't told you, but I'll do that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit like, and onwards to that 1,000 mark. Cheers. Thank you.